Christianity is facing an existential threat in Nigeria.
Trump
Thousands and
officially orders
thousands of
Pentagon
Christians
to
are
launch
being
rescue
killed.
operations for
Radical
persecuted
Islamists are
Christians in
responsible for
Nigeria
this mass
amid
slaughter.
escalating
I am hereby
violence.
making
In a bold
Nigeria
and
a country of
unprecedented move,
particular
US
concern.
President
That's a
Donald J.
legal
Trump has
definition. Whether
officially commanded the
Christians or any
Pentagon to
such group
initiate
is
immediate
slaughtered,
rescue
like is
operations
happening in
targeting the
Nigeria,
protection and
3,100
extraction
versus
of Christian communities in
4,476
Nigeria,
worldwide.
where
What
reports of
horrible
targeted
numbers.
killings by
Something
Islamist
has to be
militants have
done.
reached a boiling
I am
point. The
asking Congress
directive,
to
announced
provide
late
authority
Wednesday
together with
via a
Chairman
White
Thomas
House
Dole and
briefing
the House
and Trump's personal
Appropriations
social
Committee
media
to
post,
immediately
marks
look
a
into this matter
dramatic
and report
escalation
back
from
to
prior
me.
threats of
And I mean
military
back
action,
immediately.
signaling the
The
start of
United
what
States
Trump
cannot
described
stand
as
by
a
while
swift
such
and righteous
atrocities are happening
intervention
in
to save
Nigeria
our
and
cherished
numerous
brothers and
other
sisters
countries.
in
It's not
faith.
only
The
Nigeria,
slaughter
it's
must end
all
now,
over.
Trump
We
declared
stand
in a
ready,
fiery
willing, and
address
able
from
to
the
save
Oval
our great
Office, flanked
Christian
by Defense
population
Secretary
around the
Pete
world.
Hegseth
This is
and a
not
cadre
going
of
to happen.
bipartisan
The
lawmakers.
killing of
For too
Christians
long,
is
the
not
Nigerian
going
government
to
has turned
happen.
a blind eye while radical Islamic terrorists butcher Christians in their homes, churches, and farms. No more. The United States of America will not stand idly by as genocide unfolds on our watch. Our forces are mobilizing, fast, vicious, and victorious. We will bring them home safe, or we will make the terrorists pay the ultimate price. The order follows weeks of intensifying rhetoric from the Trump administration, which on October 31 redesignated Nigeria as a country of particular concern (CPC) for severe violations of religious freedom, the first such label since Trump's first term. Citing intelligence reports and eyewitness accounts, the administration alleges that groups like Boko Haram and Fulani militants have killed over 5,000 Christians in targeted attacks since 2020, including a string of church burnings and village raids in the country's volatile Middle Belt and northern regions. U.S. data from the Armed Conflict Locations and Event Data Project corroborates hundreds of faith-motivated incidents, though Nigerian officials maintain that violence affects Muslims and Christians alike in the nation's complex ethnic and sectarian conflicts. Under the new mandate, dubbed Operation Faithful Shield, elite units from U.S. Special Operations Command (SOCOM) are authorized to conduct rapid response extractions, aerial evacuations, and precision strikes against militant strongholds. Initial deployments could involve up to 2,000 troops, supported by drone surveillance and humanitarian airlifts, with staging from U.S. bases in neighboring Chad and Niger. Aid to Nigeria totaling over $1 billion annually has been frozen indefinitely, a move Trump called a necessary gut punch to force accountability. Bipartisan support in Congress has been swift and vocal. House Appropriations Committee Chairman Tom Cole praised the action as a clarion call against religious persecution, while Rep. Mario Diaz-Balart emphasized Nigeria is the most dangerous place on earth to follow Christ. President Trump's resolve honors America's moral compass. Even progressive voices like Senator Tim Kaine have urged collaboration, stating protecting vulnerable minorities abroad strengthens our global standing. Let's ensure this is surgical, not escalatory. Nigeria's response has been a mix of defiance and diplomacy. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, in a televised address from Abuja, rejected claims of state complicity, insisting we welcome American partnership against terrorism, but we will defend our sovereignty with every fiber. Foreign Ministry spokesman Kimebi Ebienfa echoed this, denying a Christian genocide and noting that Boko Haram's 15-year insurgency has claimed victims across faiths in the Muslim-majority Northeast. However, community leaders in Plateau and Benue states, hotbeds of recent violence, hailed the U.S. intervention as divine deliverance. One pastor, speaking anonymously after a recent ambush that killed 17 parishioners, told reporters, "If the Nigerian army won't shield us, thank God for Trump. He is our shield now." The operation's launch comes amid broader geopolitical ripples. China, a major investor in Nigeria's oil sector, issued a stern warning against foreign meddling, while the European Union called for a de-escalation through UN channels. On X, formerly known as Twitter, reactions ranged from jubilant prayers, "Trump is God's instrument for Nigeria's Christians," to fear of neocolonialism. This isn't rescue, it's regime change in disguise. As the first US aircraft touch down in the coming hours, the world watches a high-stake gamble. Can Operation Faithful Shield extract innocents without igniting a wider war? For Nigeria's embattled faithful, the answer is already clear. Hope has arrived. Guns blazing. Thanks for listening. This is Obedient Television.